3 videos. We have a teaser, we have a CG trailer, and then we have a demo. So nothing much really. It's more backgrounds and stuff for the teaser. Bunch of graphics, that's it. New game, yep, for Arknights Endfield. So here's their Twitter in case you want to go. And you're called an administrator. So instead of an administrator, you're an administrator. I guess to be in line with the Endfield theme that they're going with. So, yeah, sure. And looks like this looks like to be a simultaneous release, global release, which is nice, hopefully. We're not in Terra anymore. We're apparently in Talos 2. Because I watched the CG trailer. That was what it was pretty much about. Alright, so let's go to the CG trailer.
Welcome back, Administrator.
There you go. It was right there in the trailer.
At your service. Access granted. Transmission in progress. Deploying Protocol Anchor Core. ETA 20 seconds.
Anchor Core.
The industry complex's operation must remain secured. Be advised, the likelihood of hostile threats intensified.
Real time, by the way. We'll see. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to the gameplay trailer. I haven't seen it yet. I've already seen this. I mean, you know, it's very hard for me to react to, you know, teaser or... Although, I have to admit, the visuals do look great. But, you know, CG trailers, they're really made to look good, entice players into getting hyped for the game. But you know, this being Arknights, I'm hoping they can deliver on the especially the visuals. Looks really good.
Welcome to Talos 2.
Apparently,
it's time to make your choice.
I wonder if the make your choice is really a thing, or is that just, you know, Enfield Hyperglyph Global. So, that means it might be a simultaneous global release, which I am excited for. Okay, so now let's look at the... I don't see a direct link to the gameplay demo. Let's take a look. Alright, so let's see. I'm sure that a lot of this is, yeah, early game build, not representative of the final product. So that was probably like the main menu that you could access while you're on the field. Which... you know, apparently you are, like, here on the field. Now the question I have is will you be fighting enemies on field, or will you be brought into an instance when you encounter an enemy? Let's see. Hopefully they show that here. So there's okay, so, you know, environmental platforming and puzzles. So far, I haven't seen any enemies on the field, unless those crabs down there count. But, I mean, I'm liking the visuals so far. It definitely reminds me a lot of, the... dang it, they didn't show any combat. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I feel like how they might do combat is... like, you know how in Tales games, where you have, like, sure, you have an open world, but when you encounter an enemy, it brings you into an instance. So I'm thinking it will be like that. Looks like PGR. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you have to consider. I don't know. Like I remember when I first saw Punishing Gray Raven, I thought this looks like Arknights, and then now that I'm looking at this, I'm like thinking this looks like Punishing Gray Raven. So I'm like, how the tables have come full circle, or how everything has come full circle. So, but yeah, I'm liking the visuals. I'm liking the are they still infected? Because like assuming that because like they call this place Talos 2, does this mean this is a different planet? Are they still infected or? But then again, you know, where does this take place in the grand scheme of the Arknights story? Is this a distant future to the mobile game? They're trying to recolonize it. Yeah, I can kind of tell from the CG trailer, but like, there are other aspects of the story that I would like to see as well. And like, and they're not the first team here, based because like there's already a lot of equipment here already, so this feels like a situation where an initial colonization effort was sent in, and then this team is sent in to, you know, pick up the pieces, pretty much. This looks like Genshin, but modern. Yeah. Now, you know, I wish they would. Unfortunately, they didn't show any combat, so if it were to be like Genshin in terms of combat, I mean, sure. But as long as they can, like, you know, Arknights with their tower defense, they've always had high difficulty end game stuff. Especially nowadays, if you're playing on the CN server. So hopefully they can transition that into this new game as well, and not stick the route of Genshin where it's very casual. But yeah. There's a second company, Mountain Contour. I haven't really done any research on that, but yes, there is a second team. In the so it's not just Hypergryph. You also have to consider that there's this team, Mountain Contour. I haven't done any extensive research, but there's nothing much I can find on them if you just do the initial search. But let's see, because like, you know, it does the usual topographic map kind of details. So let's see, Magic Hunter game developer. Yeah. It's really not much results relating to them. So we'll see. But yeah, like I'm based on how this is going, like they already have like a global or English Twitter, YouTube stuff, so they're planning I'm guessing they're planning a global release, so that's nice. At least that way, you know, we won't expect any delays in terms of content compared to like, you know, the like there won't be like how it is now with Arknights. I think it's like what a year delay for Arknights compared to the global and the CN server. Albeit they are trying to catch up, but not too quickly, which is nice. But yeah. Unfortunately, they didn't show much in terms of gameplay. They showed a menu. So let's see. What can we derive from the menu? I'm guessing the top left is operators, and then the left button is missions, or you know, objectives. The top right are like daily missions or weekly missions. There's a folder here, so that might be archives, and then there's a gift box, maybe. Then there's a chat on the left, but you know, and it show, and they show the premium currency right away. There it is, 2,406 premium currency, and then your money 159,640. So I mean, at least they're upfront about that. And based on this, it looks like, yeah, there are like, it is kind of an open world from the looks of it. No sanity. Oh, that is true. Yeah. We'll see how sanity will play into the game. But again, you know, it's an early build, not representative of a final product. So if they don't have sanity yet at this point, that might be a good sign, because they're probably thinking of gameplay first and then restrictions later. Unlike Genshin, it feels like they made restrictions first, then the gameplay. Because I feel like the resin system for Genshin restricts you so much that they designed a lot of the gameplay to coincide with resin. So if we take anything from that, maybe they haven't really, they're working. Wait, there's more menus. Engineering upgrade. I'm guessing the, what is it? Wait, there is energy though here. Factory info. Maybe it might. Maybe. Although that might be just your base. Settings, alerts, calendar. So yeah, operator. So I'm guessing one of the symbols here on the right is recruitment, maybe. So yeah. So I'm just like curious, does what is it called again in Arknights? Oripathy? Where you're the condition that you're infected? Oripathy, yeah. So based on the CG trailer, this character here seems to have signs of oripathy. So does it still play a factor here in this game? And there's also another thing. You have a AI companion or another NPC that follows you around. So will you have, like, unlike Genshin where you only have one character on field, do you have multiple characters on field and the other character will assist you? And then can you switch free on the fly between the characters? That would be interesting. But yeah, nothing yet in terms of combat, but like this has me excited. I do like playing Arknights. It comes into question whether Arknight characters from the original game will be brought here into this game. If they are on a different planet, I don't know. This is a planet called Talus 2, or I don't know. They say welcome to Talus 2. We don't exactly know if that means a totally different planet or if it's just a specific area. But yeah, I wish they showed some of the combat. No signs of enemies anywhere, but they probably haven't really put them in the game just yet. This is an early build, as it says. But I don't see any signs of enemies. So, you know, looking forward to the next trailer to see if they will put in signs of a new enemy. Or, you know, put in more info that we can gather. Combat would be great. But until that time, I guess we'll have to wait and see.